counselors, welcome back to the counselor's office. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor, your gaming counselor, here to encourage you to use critical thinking and to not be slaves to the corporate overlords in gaming who just want to milk you like a gaming piggy. That's right. Which some people don't, by the way, some people willingly do it, and I understand. I don't understand the I just don't understand. I have to, I guess, take a shiv to my brain to understand some people who go so far for $1 billion company. But anyways, talking about that, we're talking about Marathon, which, go figure, to understand why people are going, so far for $1 billion company, you have to take a shiv to your brain to really be at their level. We are talking about the mid-season update. This was Bungie's desperate attempt to introduce PvE, even though it's only meant for the people who bought it already. Yeah, I don't know who's going to spend $40 to play a limited time mode. I don't know about that, Chief. All right, let's jump into it. But first, we've got a comment of the day. Comment of the day is by Kojima Made Me. I just realized what the name was. But they're responding to my video, Bungie stopped innovating and started chasing failure with Marathon. This is a reaction to someone else's video. And this is what they have to say. Imagine a world where every piece of art has to be financially viable. Do you like this world? Imagine a world where every piece of art has to be financially viable. Well, considering we're talking about video games and billion-dollar companies, yeah, it kind of does have to be viable. I mean, what are you talking about? By the way, it does matter to the player whether a game is financially viable. Let's, for instance, Destiny. If Bungie isn't, making viable products to keep their studio open, they shut down. And guess what shuts down with them? Destiny. So everyone who spent money on, Destiny or is still buying stuff from Destiny 2, which I don't know why you are. That's just a red flag for right there. But people spending, money and time into a game don't want that game to, disappear. So yes, it does actually matter to the consumer whether something is viable, because if it's an online only game, you want it to stay online. In order for something to stay online, it has to make money, because last I checked, video games that are online and have live service aren't run on, prayers and wishes. Now, if we were all in a perfect world where we can sing Kumbaya by the fire and these greedy corporates, companies would willingly, dish out the money and pay for you and you can enjoy the games that you want forever, that would be a great world. But we don't live in that world. This is reality. So no one gives a shit about your art. And if they did, people would buy Marathon. People don't buy video games for art. They buy art for art. Now, people can enjoy art in video games. And yes, making video games is part of art, but it's a product that is being sold to gamers that gamers want to play because it's a game that they enjoy. Again, it's the enjoyment and the fun that comes first, then it's the art second. How do I know? Is because if you look at some of the classics that people are still playing, the classic video games, we just got them playing Halo Combat Evolved, the classic, it doesn't look that great, but no one gives a shit because it was fun. So I don't understand really stupid people who use art as an excuse. If you look at games and you say it's art, and that's your first point, rather than it's fun and it's meant to be consumed by the gamer. If it's your argument is it's art, you're retarded. No one cares about what you think. No one cares about the art. People want to have fun. And so people want things to be financially viable, so they stay around. Plus, if it's financially viable, they make another one. Who would have thought? Because, in the Bungie world, apparently Destiny 2 wasn't financially viable either. And so they're not making a Destiny 3. In fact, they canned half the team. So to answer your question, do I like this world? Well, when it comes to shitty game creators, yes. I'm glad if it's centered on financial viability, because if it's not, then they lose their jobs. So they don't give what us, the consumers, the gamers want. If you are not making a game for the gamers, then you don't get to keep your job. And I'm okay with that. It's a privilege, not a right, to have your job. Just like every other business that shuts down, it's not a privilege, it's a right. And I challenge this person. If you are going to be, stupid about this, then I challenge you to go and support every person that loses their job, every company, every store that shuts down. I want you to go and fund them. I want you to support them and let them live at your house, because obviously you don't get the picture that this is how consumerism works. You don't have to like it, but it's reality. Wake up, sunshine. Now, talking about waking up, sunshine, Bungie continues on their goal to try to turn Marathon into Destiny with the first PvE mode, which is, again, an event that's limited time, which also is really confusing, because if this is a limited time event, why didn't they just make this for the free to play? It would have made more sense, because sure, there's a chunk of people that may have not played Cryo, and that's an argument that people are using, is that, well, this is for people that already bought it that haven't played Cryo. Okay, but they already bought the game, yeah? So they're already playing the game, they already bought the game, so you're gonna make a mode just for those people, because there's no way that anyone's going to spend $40 for a limited time event for your early access beta test. And that's what it is. Marathon is a beta right now. If you do not look at Marathon as a complete game, it is a beta. I do not know any other game that dramatically changes its identity that isn't a beta. I don't know, was Rust on early access? Because Rust went through multiple, alterations. But the reality is, I don't think I know any other game that has dramatically changed itself as much as Marathon, and it's a fully released game. This is literally the beta of a full release game. But no one's going to spend $40 to pay to partake in an experiment. No one's going to spend $40. And if your argument is it's for people who already paid for it, I guess that's good. Helping out the people that already enjoy your game, sure. But that's not going to drive home the fact that you have hardly anyone left in your community. Also, the fact that you're bastardizing your own game. That is a big argument that I continue to point out, is that even for your own community, Marathon, the people that love the diehard, the diehard fans, the love that they have for this game is getting bastardized. And so I understand that pain and frustration, because that's what happened with Destiny. So I actually can connect to the average Joes that are just trying to enjoy the game, and you have Bungie, bastardizing it. I get it. I understand your pain. Been there, done that. That's like the meme with him like hanging on the noose, and he's like, your first time? Because that's how anyone who's been a fan of Destiny or played Destiny, we've been there. There you go. Let's trigger all the people. Launch day. This was launch day for the season. This is the launch day for a PvE mode. Now, while many people will say this is impressive, this is not going to keep the doors open for Bungie. Also, again, to point out, there's it's probably everyone who's already bought the game. Who cares? You want fresh fish, and I don't think this is going to get the fish you want. And right now they're fishing in ponds. Like, no one's going to spend $40 for a limited time. That's like buying a game just to play a temporary season. Like no one's gonna buy that. Like, I just want to spend this money to have access to this little season that's gonna go away, and everything's gonna go away with it. Because remember, the extraction shooter resets and you lose everything. So it's like you don't keep anything. $40 for an event that then also all that stuff that you gain goes away, except skins. Wow. Woo. It wouldn't be a Bungie game if they continued, if they extended maintenance, which, by the way, it is funny that even though Destiny is kind of like gone down, Marathon is carrying on the torch for not, I think a lot of people, is it blue pilled? A lot of people are blue pilled to think this is acceptable. It's not. $1 billion company, and this is supposed to be a brand new game, and they constantly have to bring servers down for extended period of time, or just bring them down when most other games never have to bring down their servers. They do background updates. Or have you download a patch and you're good to go. It's really weird. Not to say that there isn't games do it, but coming from Bungie and a lot of people think of like AAA games, it's just at this point, Marathon should have been an improvement, not copy pasta of Destiny. And that's kind of where we feel. And that was what was touted as, this big brand new freshness, new servers, new stuff. But to see them not even struggle with a new mode, it's like, come on, man. Like, it's pathetic. So before we jump into like the PvE, we have changes from Marathon themselves, and this has got to be the funniest thing that I've seen. Modern gamers, especially Marabutts, are the thinnest skinned losers, and these are probably the same people playing Black Ops right now that are throwing a fit about emblems and people, you know, how they play the game. And it's just, modern gamers are literally the thinnest sissies I've ever seen. They are the biggest little bitches. We want a voice chat. We want voice chat to be a safe space. We're more respectable space for everyone to support that. We'll soon be rolling out voice moderation for in-game voice chat. This will apply to crew chat and proximity chat. When voice chat is used, voice audio may be analyzed and recorded, so potential code of conduit violations can be reviewed and addressed. If we need moderation or enforcement actions may be taken on accounts that break our policy. Listen. If you ask me, do I want moderation for voice? No moderation. Sure, I don't agree with people, you know, throwing out slurs, but back in my day, we just muted them and grew a pair. We grew a pair and just muted them, or we just trash talked them back. Like, oh, I have to be subjected to this. No, you don't, you dumb bitch. It's called a mute. There's a mute button. And in fact, the quickest solution for Bungie is make it a quick mute where you see it and you get like, do you want to mute this? Yep. Like, I don't understand. Like, you get over yourself. Like, these are the same people that will be out in your local Walmart and someone will, you know, say something and like, oh my God, you offended me. Ah! Like, bro, welcome to reality. It's not a nice place. And you're like, whoa, why are you not like advocating for like positivity? Because I'm a realist. I think it would be nice for people to be kind to each other, respectful to each other. But at the same time, I know how the real world works. And the problem that I have with moderation is that it's either under moderated or it's over moderated. Very rarely is it, you know, in between, because then you start trash talking, someone reports you, and then suddenly your chat banned. It's like, just get over it. Like, it's just the same thing with like online IDs, because shitty parents don't want to be parents and moderate their kids. It shouldn't be anyone else's responsibility to have to be moderated because parents don't want to be good parents. It's the same thing here. So you got shitty thin-skinned gamers that don't want to moderate themselves. Like, just mute and move on. Again, I'm not all for like the over absurd racial slurs like that. That's too much. But at the end of the day, it's just a video game. Grow the fuck up. Just mute, move on. Like, people are nasty in real life. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna call the police because you said a mean thing to me, officer. He looked at me funny and he said I was gay. Yeah, officer, he said I was gay and that his grandma could play better than me. Please come arrest him. I'm sorry, I'm a realist. I keep seeing this in multiple games. Just stop playing video games. If you're that thin-skinned, stop playing video games. The world would be a better place if you didn't play video games. By the way, I'm not the only one that has the same insight to, you know, how I said in a couple videos ago that Marathon changing its identity to catch fish in a pond that doesn't exist is absolutely just waving the white flag. It's pathetic. It's sad. And it shows that Marathon is going to continue this downward projection. call me foolish, but I really think it's a defeat for the game. I mean, making a PvE only mode for a game like this is so bad. I'm still disappointed about the sacrifice of Destiny for this game. And many people, by the way, you can try to make this as, I'm going to be brutally honest here. You can try to make this as much as Destiny as possible, and you're going to piss off everyone you're trying to pull over more and more. It doesn't matter how many YouTubers try to gaslight you, Scaro, whoever, you know, all these Maribot accounts are going to try to gaslight you. Like, come, you like Destiny? Come play on Marathon. You know, the game that shoved the shiv into your game's ass? The one that, you know, Sony abandoned because they thought Marathon was hot shit? Yeah, come on, play the game. Come play the game. Come on. That's just going to piss more people off. Especially the more features that come from Destiny into Marathon. It's going to piss them off. Everything to try to get D2 players to migrate to Marichias, but already that won't work if that's the goal, because from a PvE standpoint, Destiny vastly outclasses it and gives the type of game that both games are. It's normal for a Marathon. Listen, I think PvE Marathon is worse than PvE Tarkov. Tarkov has so much going on for it. Like, I think PvE Marathon is just worse. It's just worse in every degree, mostly because it ramps up. Like, it gets harder the longer the round goes, whereas Tarkov is just default. Everything will shit down your throat. Now, I would say that the hardcore, you know, PvP, it's better in solo because there's no one holding your hands. There's no self-revives unless you have self-revives. It is the true hardcore extraction shooter, even though I think Tarkov is still harder. Marathon's not hard. It's really not. The only thing that makes it hard is one, the heat system, which sucks ass for running, and the fact that everything will just melt your shields because you have no shields. Whereas Tarkov, it doesn't matter if you have the best, you know, armor or helmet or whatever, you could still get lucky and one tap someone. You know, there's the aspect of, am I going to get fucked today or am I going to fuck today? Whereas Marathon, it's like, oh, I don't have good shields. I'm just going to get fucked by everyone that has good shields, unless you're camping or outmaneuvering because the people that are playing are stupid. Which, when I played the alpha, beta, and the free week, there was moments where that happened, but mostly 1v3, eh. Then we have J-Man. Seeing Marathon patch note refer to in PvP is giving me some Destiny sandbox nostalgia. Yep. This is when you know that they're trying to make Destiny, is when the patch notes specify PvP. Bubble shielding PvP, not PvE. That's right. They're not changing it in, I guess, cryo. So you can still enjoy it in the cryo event mode or in whatever future that they have. We have Grenadier Jake giving his take on it. Just one phase the compiler in the new Marathon Vault Breaker mode. Gold backpack dropped with which helped carry more of the new currency, but otherwise nothing really noteworthy. And by the way, this guy actually, like, he actually defended Marathon. This isn't someone this is not like Astacross that's against Marathon currently. This is Grenadier Jake, PvP extraordinaire. This guy, you know, his whole career is based on PvP. It will be for 90% of players, you know, the ones that never got past the first level cryo. And here's my thought. It will be probably one of those experiences you play and then you're like, I did it, and you're done. Because let's be honest, unless you're getting some serious shit out of it, which we know you don't take everything, you get currency that you can then trade in. But I feel like you're still gonna have to do a lot of work for it, which again, I'm gonna say, be honest, I think you should. I don't think it should be Care Bear. This is supposed to be in game. It's like Labs, you know, Labs isn't Care Bear. Now, I haven't played the PvE version of Labs, if there is one, but I would say as your in-game activity, it shouldn't be Care Bear. Then we got Holotide. I'm actually surprised, to be honest, underestimating how many people would hop on it for a mid-season update for an experimental PvE mode. So the people who paid $40 that have been desperate for a reason to play this game, they finally do some kind of update and you're surprised. I mean, it shouldn't be. I mean, he's right. It is a surprise that it's even 14K. It's more of a surprise that it's weird that people are glazing 14K when, like, a couple months ago 14K was like the trend line, and now it's gone to like 5K is the trend line of active players, or the concurrent players, which is funny because I have more subscribers than that, which is, subscribe to the channel, support the channel, and let's get to 10K so I can continue to say I have more subscribers than Marathon players. Or Marathon has players. Yeah. Then we have Janarko. We've seen this guy plenty of times. Another Marabot. I think it's pretty obvious that people want PvE in Marathon now that Voltberger has caused a surge in player join the game. I mean, sure, going from 5K to 14K, that is a surge, I guess. You got to take whatever dubs you could get. I know it's not much for Marathon, but you got to take what you got to get. Something has changed when Season 2 launched. They are fully catering to the low 1% of casuals. Is it 1%? Is it really 1%? I mean, if you look at your player count, is it really 1%? If like people want to glaze 14K and it was like your low is like 6K, is that really is it really 1%? I don't know. Like, hey, do you want to say it's 1%? Pop off. That will not be here for Marathon when the next GTA rolls out or when the next Call of Duty comes out. Based, they had a chance to build a loyal player base. And see, this is what I'm saying. I listen. I know what it feels like. I call out for people like this. This person's upset because you're catering to people that are not going to be loyal to you, but you're fucking over your loyal player base. And those people are going to dip even if they stick around. I guarantee you this number will not maintain. It will go away and it will go even farther when the new games come out. Now, Destiny will be the same thing. Let's be honest. Destiny 2, the number will go down. And heck, I'm pretty sure with Halo coming out, people will be playing that. Let's be honest. But Destiny's also like 10-year-old, 9-year-old, 11-year-old, whatever game. It's been out for a long time. Marathon, not even a year yet, and it's competing and it's failing to compete. It's a skill issue. Listen, we know Bungie has a skill issue with making current games, which right now is just Marathon, that can compete in the market or even for gamers' attention. I love this because this is like the perfect. I want to always refer to this. As cool as this is, I just can't help but remember this screenshot of someone voicing concerns over Cryo when it first dropped. And the official account replied with this: how times have changed. We have Spriggy. I can't think of any more annoying than PvP ruining my raid run. Just kill all the enemy runners first. And it was supposed to be, I love developers who think they can do a haha that we got you. And many of the YouTubers and even Marabots were just like, haha, take that. Haha, go play Arc Raiders. Last I checked, Arc Raiders doesn't have a dedicated Care Bear mode. By the way, I don't care if it has a PvE mode. Like Tarkov has a PvE mode and it's still not care. If you think it's a Care Bear mode, you've not fought against the NPCs. You will still get shit on. But it's still funny that people were like, I'll go play Arc Raiders. Go play. Well, it's funny because Arc Raiders is now becoming harder than Marathon because holy shit, this did not age well. All the people defending saying hardcore track shooter. And now they're doing, Uno reverse card. And now you have everyone trying to play sides. Oh, this is great. They're going to get more people to play. I think we need more modes. We need to do like a battle royale. We need to do like a 6v6 mode. That's right. Let's turn this thing into Call of Duty. That's right. Call of Duty. We're going to do Call of Duty. It's going to be amazing. I find it so funny. It's like, just make Fortnite. Make Fortnite, but the shitty version, because even Fortnite isn't Fortniting anymore. But sure, pop off. Make Marathon the everything game. That's the everything pile of shit game. I think they could have kept this tone if the game played like a good extraction shooter, but the game plays like a BR. Every match is wipe the lobby, then loot. Very different from extraction shooters where you can choose how to engage with the raids. Love the game, 400 hours. And I think that's a big deal. Like Tarkov, the goal isn't to just try to get as many kills as possible. Tarkov is to survive, kill shit, gather shit, fight teams until you get to labs, which the goal is really actually just fighting and gearing up with the best stuff. And then, there's specific fight locations and maps where you can find fights. that's where you go. But it's mostly you're surviving, you're extracting. It's not supposed to be a battle royale. The goal of an extraction shooter is not to kill everyone on the map. The goal is to fight, survive, loot, and continue, and then finish whatever quest is going on. Now we get to the part of the video where I show you that I can be an asshole. I mean, I've always been an asshole to people who are assholes to me, but sometimes I've decided the past couple interactions to just to pull what I call an Asmongold. Asmongold did Destiny 2 community dirty whenever they did the announcement for the Destiny team layoffs. He posted the whole, welcome home McDonald's, and it pissed off a lot of people. It's actually kind of funny, even though it's like, okay, but it was funny. And so I took that vibe and like, I'm going to do it just for the fun of it. So I've done it a couple times just to see how people react. But this one was actually less of me just being an asshole. That was just me being an asshole and telling the truth. Tripling daily clear count. Yes, going from 4 to 5K to 14K is such a massive turn. Marathon is saved. Being facetious, but still saying the truth. And my God, it's like people, moths to a flame. Now I understand why people make those bait accounts, and they have like they get paid good money because they just do bait. They bait, and I'm not one of those because I don't get paid for Twitter. I do it for content, which is why we're here. But it's very tempting to try to make an account and just kind of like, I want literally LARP, make a dummy account and LARP as other people who are considered grifters and LARPers. Like, I'm gonna LARP as one of them just to see if can I get a shit ton of followers and can I make money off of it? And do like a case study, like a video going on this journey and seeing what methods and just breaking down. That just sounds really funny to me. It just sounds like a lot of work that I just don't care to do because I'm lazy. I have too much going on as it is, but it's the thought that counts, right? So let's see. We got, what hasn't tripled? Your followers since you started streaming. What do you mean? I got 6K subscribers, which is funny because I don't just stream. If you're looking at Twitch, you're going to be disappointed. We stream at YouTube. Mr. Gaming Counselor. Check us out. We've been streaming Halo, the actual good game for Bungie. My prediction. Ooh. 5 month 5 grifting about a game you're not good enough at. I love the skill issue, and nothing makes people more mad by pasting this. The only skill issue is Bungie didn't make a game that could compete in the market, especially against other extract shooters. That will trigger people so fast. Lord Charizard, no way this is a real headline. Of course it is. Every journal like PC Gamer is desperate to find some kind of win for this. Almost like you're desperate to chart watch. By the way, we've been actually playing video games and live streaming. This is probably the first time I've chart watched Marathon in a minute. Mostly because this is a new update, so it's actually viable to check. Listen, it's interesting to watch a dead corpse, but then you gotta take a break. And then once in a while, when someone says that they're putting life back in the corpse, you want to watch and see someone try to bring a corpse back to life. Okay, I'm gonna watch this, and then you move on because the corpse is still decaying. I mean, did the numbers triple? I don't know if it can 5K to 14K. Not really. Maybe doubled. Almost tripled, maybe? I don't know. Misery loves company, I see. This game has its reputation destroyed by bad faith negative headlines years before launch. Let it have at least one good faith headline for once. Let it have a good one. Yes, let it have one. Give them hope. I don't know, convince Bungie pays people to say good things about the game. You never trust gaming journalists outside of maybe Paul Tassi because he thrives on posting he is against the wind. He will not recently he has gaslight in the past, especially for Destiny, but recently he's actually just saying it as it is, which I respect him until he moves on to the next thing and start gaslighting people again. Give it a rest and go the way. Neckbeards. I love people that use neckbeards. It's like, dude, I know you're upset that you can't grow a beard, you can't grow hair on your balls, but that's not the insult you think it is. Real men who have beards. I can't tell you're just You can tell. Yeah. When they have nothing, because they're really mad. It's funny. So this is the last part of the video. This is me being an asshole. This goes to show everything I've ever said about Merit. We do this for fun, by the way. We do this for entertainment purposes. But I also did this to show, to prove my point. My point has always been Merabots spend more time online getting triggered and upset and hate watching things, like even on YouTube, than actually playing the game. Instead of talking about the positives and focusing on the positives, they spend most of their time getting triggered. And so I wanted to prove a point. And so we have this post. I even posted it in here. I don't know if anyone ever said anything. Nope, never. Not a single person said anything. Motherfucker, he did it too. He did it too. Okay, so I did it because I wanted to see, and it didn't disappoint. God, it didn't disappoint. And so it got so bad for some of these people that I tried to give them like, hey, I'm letting you know. I even mentioned clip it and ship it because I'm clipping this. That's bait. Listen, it got so bad for some of these people getting so angry. I was like, oh, okay, I gotta be better McDonald's than a Twitch streamer of 100 subs. YouTuber actually of 6K fixed it for you. I love it. They get so mad because they're so mad. At least Joe didn't cheat in raids. Nah, they just stole art instead. The game going to get better, not worse. We'll see. Yeah, Lord Charizard. He literally said he's going to work a new project that he will announce, but I think he's now broke like you miserable people. Not broke. I'm actually doing really well. And also shout out to the YouTube community for supporting, and my haters. These haters, I got to tell you, they compete for like #1 fans. I mean, you're not wrong, dude. Been playing since day one, and even when you try to share an ounce of honest feedback, you get shredded. It's like a bunch of lemurs jumping off a cliff in unison. It's too late for a marathon. The guy who has to cheat has already depicted the director in McDonald's uniform. Never cheated. By the way, this is a common occurrence. I can't find any argument. They talk about a game that has nothing to do with marathon. By the way, anyone that talks about this is misinformed and also spreading misinformation. Which we'll get to one of these little Andes in a minute, because it's so funny because they're so desperate to get something. They can't even argue or say anything else. They just triggered. Bro, he already said he's on the next project. Yeah, he jumped ship. That's bad for Bungie. I mean, the most talentless, unskilled people in the world love posting this meme. Crazy. What meme? Because I'm the one that made it. Well, technically Grok did. That's how much I don't give a shit. You literally used AI just to add the cherry on top because that really pisses people off. It actually turned out really well, to be honest. Streamers of welfare really have a lot to say. It's so funny because people think that I'm not doing, like, dude, I live in a house. I just bought a new car. My setup, my rig is, I guarantee you, and this is not a flex for like ego. This is a flex on people who continue to say this. My computer costs more than anything they have in their house, probably. My computer costs more than they make in a month. Like, that rig costs more. Let me tell you, I'm not on welfare. But then we got this little guy right here. We got did it Halo remove sprint. This guy got so upset. Incredible funny how hypocritical these people are. They'll spread lies and cite facts. This guy kept on citing a video saying, you cheated. Did not bring sources or any actual evidence. By the way, I want you to know, I don't actually give a shit about the people keep saying that, because people like this, you will never convince. They are so desperate to get a win. They're so desperate to sound like to dismiss you or decredit you. It won't work because no one gives a shit. And most people in the wider gaming audience, they don't give a shit. They don't. They really do not give a shit about Destiny 2 and what fucking happened to Destiny 2. But in this case, saying misinformation, I did what this guy does. If we go to Mr. Sprint, this is a guy that loves talking, talking shit. Like he was talking about me, literally keeps on talking multiple things about me. He's so upset about it. But I'm trying to find the one where here it is. These people thrive. Don't even know why he blocked. I didn't even say anything bad unless speaking my mind in the game is bad. People like this, though, they see the things like this as a win, which is fine. By the way, this guy consistently said, hey, just block me, because they want you to block it because they feel like they win. I pulled a Uno reverse card. I decided, you know what? I'm going to be unhinged and crazy, like piss these people off. I can out annoy anyone. Just so we're clear, I take pride. If there's one thing that I'm really good at is I can be so fucking annoying. I am usually not unless you're stupid or you yourself are annoying. And this guy was. And so he had a comment to say, and I called him out. And not only did we have this back and forth, which this dude deleted all his comments, which is really funny because he was desperate to get me away from him. I started commenting and even all his videos. I started because he wanted to say I was a cheater. I'm like, I've debunked these claims. And he's like, I'm not listening. The proof is out there. I'm like, well, I have evidence or receipts. People like this don't want to listen to you. You could bring evidence and they won't listen to you. You have to try to have a logical, conversation. They won't listen to you. So I literally just went through and started posting. Now I don't know if these are too recent, but I pulled an Astacross. I took inspiration from Astacross, and so much so he got so mad. Even here. And I just started spamming because he kept on saying he's like, I've got evidence. I'm petty and I'm an asshole, and I will go unhinged just to piss you off. And I did. I pissed this guy off, which is a W for me. But it's the people like this are insufferable losers, and they think that they can just say and spread misinformation. Well, guess what? You go ahead. I'll be an asshole, which this guy found out. And he deleted all his tweets. He did not want. He was like, I'm going to lose this. Because he wanted to be annoying. I can be more annoying. Moral of the lesson here is that these people want to throw shade about a game. They want to throw shade because you said something about their game, and they'll attack you and say stuff about you. But the moment you push back, you press them, they fold. They will fold. They will absolutely fold. And I have no problem being an asshole to these people. And you should, because you will never change their minds, nor should you. These are people, the people like this are cattle. Or better yet, they're like animals at the zoo. You look at them, you might laugh at them as the monkeys throw shit at the wall. You're like, or you go, like a circus, you go and you watch the clowns goof around and make themselves look like clowns. You go to the circus and you have a good time. You don't actually sit there and try to change the opinions of the clowns. Say, hey, you should really try to do a different profession. You should stop doing this. No, you sit, you watch, you laugh, you have a good time watching the clowns. That's why we do these videos. Not because I'm trying to convince anyone. Also, we do news. We talk about current topics about Marathon, but it's also just mostly because we like making fun of the clowns in the circus. We love making fun of the clowns in the circus, and they give you free content. It is the gift that keeps on giving. And it only proves my point that these people love, hate watching, hate commenting. They can't avoid it. They are so easily baited. They just like flies to shit, moths to the flame. Most of these people are just angry people who are upset about their video game rather than just playing it. It is funny. Now, they're not the only ones. I'm sure Nintendo bots are doing the same thing with Power World, which we did talk about it. I have two videos. I will, I don't know if they'll be linked, but check out the channel because we did cover multiple instances of Power World in Nintendo bots or drones in this case, trying to make a W against Power World, but they're looking like complete idiots, kind of like Marabots. So if you want to look at two different situations that look similar, check out those two videos. We like calling out both the corpo greed, but also the stupid gamers of the gaming community, because they provide no value in our community, and therefore we just make fun of them. So we thank you guys. Hit the like button, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. As always, we'll see you next one, and huzzah, game out.